Why we're running it. Rational brand makes its most rational car to date a 7-seat family SUV. Can it score what's surely an open goal? Month 1 specs. Life with a Skoda Kodiaq. Month 1 enjoying holiday bliss with the Skoda Kodiaq. The 27th of September 2017 holiday season has provided a great opportunity to get to know the Kodiaq's qualities quickly. 500 miles in a week teach you a lot about a car, from the obvious, it's spacious enough to hold 4 people and the luggage with ease, to the pleasing, from the mid-40 mpg economy to the refined motorway cruising ability. Downsides are nothing beyond niggles. Mileage 1823. Welcoming the Kodiaq to our fleet. The 30th of August 2017 sport utility vehicle. SUV. Both sporty, yet full of utility. The best of both worlds. Or perhaps master of none, or so I suspected, but then I drove the Porsche Macan and the Jaguar F-Pace and I wavered. And then, perhaps after watching one too many TV ads featuring unfeasibly lithe kite surfers doing their stuff before hopping in the high-riding car, I started to believe the hype. It turned out I'd been looking for the wrong thing. Sport doesn't have to relate to the car's dynamics, but rather the lifestyle a big boot and a bit of ride height can unlock, or just hint at. It's why what he'd call estate cars became the marketing team's sports tourer, and why BMW decided to call its high-riding range of X-Cars sports activity vehicles. Stick sport in the name and buyers will follow. They might not be as lithe or as keen on dramatic sports as the ads might portray, but they are willing to part with money for a slice of the reflected glories and associated assumptions from envious onlookers, all the while enjoying the benefits of a raised ride height, which has little to do with sport and a lot to do with the imperious feeling of sitting higher than a lot of other traffic. Imagine my surprise, then, when I found myself loading a paddle board into the back of the Skoda Kodiaq that will serve as my family's transport for the next year. Here we were, kids in the back, all excited and heading down the road in our sport utility vehicle, making minor use of its utility, to indulge in some sport. Could we have done the same in pretty much any other car? Undoubtedly, yes. Did it feel somehow sportier to be loading our kit into a big SUV before stepping up into our seats, driving along and then parking alongside other sporty types to do our thing? Illogically, yes. And there's the point: cars don't need to be logical if they're desirable. While there are hefty slabs of both sides of the equation in an SUV, the fundamental point remains. Live with one and you will find it making you feel better about life for reasons you may not have considered possible. I've no doubt the central, but probably often unacknowledged, justifications for buying one are the selfish and possibly braggish benefits of raised ride height, but there is a part of this psyche that pervades beyond simply sitting a few centimeters higher than everyone else. The Kodiaq is an intriguing car in which to test this hypothesis, too, because it comes with little of the baggage carried by the class. There's no Chelsea tractor connotations through history or badge snobbery, and I've yet to meet anyone who can find a reason to look at a Skoda without a significant percentage of goodwill kicking in at what is automatically regarded as a shrewd buy. It helps, too, that our car's moon-white paint and 19 inches wheels strike a fine balance of crisp good looks without straying into ostentation, and that the styling is sensible rather than willfully challenging. It is desirable for many more reasons, too, being supremely practical in this 7-seat form and laden with standard equipment. It hits mostly the right high notes for interior quality. Highlights include the 9.2 inches touchscreen and sat-nav, selectable driving modes, heated front seats, Alcantara upholstery, and a list of bits that I suspect he'll come to wonder how I lived without them, be it the de rigueur umbrella in the front door, which is useless until the day it saves you, or the electrically operated boot that just makes life simpler. The 2.0-litre diesel, linked to a DSG transmission, is also bang on for this type of car, if completely bang off if such a thing is possible, where the public mood sits regarding fuel choice. Yes, at more than £30,000, it is not the bargain you might once have expected from Skoda. Doubters might point out that you could buy a Land Rover Discovery Sport for less, but you would be comparing an entry-level model from a premium brand with a top-spec one from Skoda. Perhaps a comparison is due during the next year. Even so, I will not, of course, be off paddle boarding very often. My balance isn't good enough, for starters, and I don't like the taste of river water. Mostly, I will be expecting people to infer my sportiness by my choice of car, while I judge the utility that such a vehicle can offer by filling it with my children, their friends and a host of sometimes sport-related paraphernalia. Here, there's both the Skoda and the whole, booming SUV genre to assess, both from my point of view and, I suspect, those of other road users. Second opinion: the Kodiaq is too big for my daily needs, but it sets a precedent for the smaller Skoda SUVs that will follow. Positives are good, roomy interior and direct steering. Negatives are harder ride than I'd expected and that sense of heaviness which, to be fair, you get in most seven-seaters. Rachel Burgess, Skoda Kodiaq SL 7-seat 2.0 TDI 152 WDDSG specification specs price new £30,615 price as tested £31,615 options children's pack includes manual roller blinds, door panel bin, electric child locks £175, metallic paint £555, rear seat backrest release £90, space saver £100, textile floor mat set £80, test data engine 1968 cc, turbocharged diesel power 148 bhp 35,004,000 revolutions per minute torque 251 pounds-feet 17,503,000 revolutions per minute top speed 123 miles per hour 062 mph 10.0 sec claimed fuel economy 56.5 mpg test fuel economy 39.7 mpg co 2 131 gkm faults none expenses none back to the top.